Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Welcome to the Visa Halftime. It's a candid Terry Bradshaw who is chomping at the bit right now. I'll tell you that Philadelphia is on top of Chicago. As a matter of fact, the Eagles looking to stop a 14-game losing streak in Chicago. They've never won there.
Cade McNown getting ready to light it up, that rookie from UCLA. But first, let's look at Doug Peterson. You know what? Not bad, Doug. Nice punt, got the corner out of position. It's Dedrick Jails, 57 yards later. Touchdown, there you have it. Eagles 7-3 over the Bears. Now Peterson out. Play action. Rolls right. A little dangerous throwing back across the middle, but Luther Broughton is there. He pushes off Walt Harris, and we have an Eagles 20, Bears 6 score at
You're
half.
a big Herman Moore fan.
I love you, Herman Moore. Welcome back. But first, Randall Cunningham looking left, firing. Too slow to release. There you see a nice move by Terry Fairfield. 41-yard interception return for a touchdown. Lions up by 7. Moore came into this game injured right knee and has to leave. They check his left knee. There's a sack. Scroggins comes in, knocks the ball loose. James Jones, he scoops it up, and we have at halftime. Boy, this is all the Lions. Jeff George now is starting in the second half for the Vikings at quarterback.
And he is 2 for 2 for the Vikings thus far. Who's that guy? Cris Chandler, welcome back.
Got you. Welcome back, Chris. I know Atlanta's glad to have you back. Marshall Faulk, over 100 yards rushing in the first half, 6-yard touchdown run, 14-0. St. Louis Rams. Bob Christian out in the flat. Chandler hits him, 13-yard touchdown. Excellent job. Runs over Todd Collins. It's 14-7 now, ensuing kickoff. Tony Horn returned one last week. Everybody said, well, can he do it again? He looked at some of Howie Long's highlight tape from high school and said, here I go, 101 yard down the sideline. He looked like Howie. No, he did not. Too much speed. 21-7. And then Grant Wistrom, W-I-S-T-R-O-M, hits this deflected Chandler pass off in the air. And can he ever more move? Look at this. Wanted to go to Louisiana Tech. I'm quite certain of that. It's all Rams, 28-7 at the half. You think that's funny, huh?
Oh, boy, it is funny. Dan Marino reaches 60,000 career passing yards, then re-injures his right shoulder. He's out of the game right now. Patriots on top 24-16. Ray Lucas started in place of Rick Meyer, and Wayne Corbett has hauled in 5 catches for 51 yards as the Jets are on top of the Colts right now, 13-7. Oakland has controlled the ball in this contest, 13-7 over the Bills. That in Buffalo. Browns are controlling the ball, keeping the Jags offense off the field, leading by only 1. Titans had no pass completions in the game's first 26 minutes, being spanked by the Saints right now, 10-0. And the Steelers.
There you go, 14-3. You got the bus back. Steelers are looking awfully impressive. Couldn't represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Jeff George back, looking left, throwing right. Chris Carter, 17-yard touchdown reception. Hey, just like I told you, bring in Jeff George.
Oh, now you on that Jeff George bandwagon, huh? All right, as you take a look at the Vikings back in and out with the score, it's 19-7. Philadelphia and Chicago. Eagles looking to win for the first time ever in Chicago.
That's the first nice thing he's ever said about Jeff George.
I love Jeff George.
But you don't know now whether or not what Andy Reid and this offense did for Philadelphia last week against Dallas was a fluke. It started in the fourth quarter last week. They've carried it through. Sometimes when you bring in a new coach, a new offensive system, it takes a little bit of time for that to develop. And right now, Doug Peterson is making this offense click.
Yeah, he's looking like Ron Jaworski back there in Philadelphia. You know, the thing about the Eagles is they do some things in an unorthodox fashion. You've talked about it before, especially defensively. And Cade McNown is seeing some things he's not used to seeing. He's made some poor decisions, but defensively, you know, this Philadelphia team plays Dallas last week. You think there'd be a letdown, and hats off to Andy Reid for keeping them focused and keeping them on track and building on what they did last week.
How about the Rams? You can't say enough about the Rams. Marshall Faulk now with 100 yards rushing, and this Kurt Warner kid gets another touchdown pass. Most impressed am I with the St. Louis Rams.
Except for Jeff George.
Like
You're
Jeff
most
George.
impressed
We'll
with Jeff
feed that
George.
comment about the Rams to that audience in a little bit. Hey, Eagles had gone 57 possessions without a touchdown. Now 2 touchdowns in the last 5 possessions. Second half coming up.
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.